Hello, my name's Caroline and I'm from Crafty Carly's Creations based in central Scotland in Falkirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and today I am filming this video for my team video blog hop, which will go live on Sunday. Yes. So I'm going to make this card for you here, which is very simple. I've used one colour throughout, so you would only need to have the one ink pad, and I have used the same stamp set for the whole thing, including the sentiment. The stamp set I've chosen to use is my favourite one from the Spring Summer mini catalogue, which is this one here, the Dragonfly Garden. I bought this as part of a suite, and the suite came with the two stamp sets, so Dragonfly Garden and Garden Wishes. It also came with the most beautiful DSP, which I will try and open for you and let you see. It has some really lovely papers in it, both double-sided. Again, has the dragonfly, which I like dragonflies, so some people like butterflies, I like dragonflies, and lots of lovely flowers and bumblebees as well. Along with this in this suite, which is in, as I say, the mini catalogue, which is live until June 2021, so still available to purchase. So along with this you also received the die set for the Garden Wishes, which produces the most beautiful flowers. I've got a couple of them here that I have cut out, so you can see these can be built up by using the other layers to make them into 3D. Excuse my green hands, I've been stamping. So you can see that you can build these flowers up. But this is a personal favourite of mine, is this. I think that is just gorgeous, and that on a card, especially on a white card, it's just lovely. So that gives you some sort of idea of what the die set looks like, but as you can see there are other dies there. The other thing I received in the suite was the Dragonfly Punch, which is what I punched out this dragonfly with. So it's a double punch, you get the smaller one and the larger one, and these punches are great. They're so easy to use and quick. Great way to add some added extra to your cards. So the stamp set has two dragonflies in it, and they both fit in the punch, and they've got these small mini ones that fit the small dragonfly at the top. So also along with this I got some lovely laser cut paper. I got the Memories and More card pack, which are great if you do scrapbooking, which I do. And we got these lovely Memories and More cards and envelopes, which I was thinking about using but haven't. I've just gone for plain white with this one. We got the Ladybird trinkets, which are really cute, and we got some lovely trim, so ribbon. It's not ribbon, it's more like a twine. So the whole suite cost £135, which sounds incredibly expensive, but it's really good value when you take everything individually put together. You know, it's a bit of a saving, and it gives you so much to use, and yeah, you can make so much with it. I have used this stamp set an awful lot and I've never been disappointed with anything that I've made from it. So as I say, that's still in the January to June catalogue, and it is also carrying over, just a wee bit of insider information, it's carrying over into the new catalogue, which goes live on the 4th of May, but not as the suite that it is in here. So I think that's a really good offer, and you get so much with it. If you want to buy it more individually, then you can do that in the new catalogue. So let's have a go at making this card. So what I have done is I've started with a plain white card base, which is not a Stampin' Up one, but that's how I tend to start my cards, is just with either a Stampin' Up note card or a plain white note card from somewhere else. And then I have cut a piece of Whisper White DSP, Whisper White card, on top of that. So my cards are about 5 3/4 inches by 4, so I have just made my white card just slightly under that, so because I want it to more or less fit over the top of the card. So we'll just do that, and that goes on there, just under 5 3/4. Put my trimmer to one side, so you can see that that will fit pretty much right on top of that card, which is perfect. So do that. Lovely and sunny here in Falkirk this morning, which is really nice. Very, very cold though, so I've got goosebumps. So I'll just fold my card already and set that to one side, and then we are going to open up the stamp set. Now this is one of our cling stamp sets, so they're nice and spongy and rubbery, and that's what it says on the tin. It clings. These are my favourite. I just love the cling stamp sets. We also do photopolymer stamp sets, but I just find that I can work with these ones better. The photopolymers are fine, but it's a personal preference. I'm going to go across because I don't have a block. I'm still building up my block supply. So there we go, and that's it on the block, ready to use. As I say, I'm only using one colour. So make it really, really simple. So this is Sahara Sand. I like this because I think it gives a bit of a vintage look, and I really quite like that look, but you could pick any of the colours. You could even just go for black Memento ink, which on white paper looks stunning. And I've done this card where I haven't coloured anything in, and I've just left it with the black and the white, and it looks fabulous. So there we go, we have enough ink on there. And what I'm going to start to do, I'm going to start at this side and work my way down across the card. So just get it into position, pop it on, give it a bit of a squeeze, and there we go, perfect, happy with that. So then I'm going to take the next image, so it's just the same stamp that I've used the whole way across. I'm going to line it up so that this edge is maybe just slightly overlapping my last image. I'm going to take that wee daisy and have the daisy just sitting on top of that, and that will hopefully make it look like it's just a field of wildflowers. There we go, see, quite happy. So again, ink is up, and we move across, and this time I'm going to take my daisy and have it sitting slightly under there. There we are, and then just to fill in that last wee space, I'll just do half the stamp and just pop that there. Perfect, so there we go, that's pretty much us finished. I'm just going to stamp off the excess ink that's on that, and I'll give that a wipe. Alright, so there we have it. That's the card. What I have then done, if I can find my card, is I have taken one of our sponge daubers and I have gone round the edges just to accentuate it, to make it stand out a little bit. So I'll show you how to do that. That's nice and simple. Ooh, if I can get this to come out. So, sponge dauber, pop it on, just take a little bit of ink on your finger and just wipe it across. And you can decide, actually I'd like a wee bit more, or I'd like, that just depends on what your preference is. And just work your way right round the edges. The other thing you can do, and if I'm being lazy, is what I would normally do, is just, you know, move your card along in the ink pad itself. But you know, sometimes I find that I can put too much ink on doing it that way, so this is definitely the best way to do it, and the more professional way to do it, of course. Okay. I was talking about using Whisper White here is because I have a glut of Whisper White paper and I'm still using it up, but of course we don't have Whisper White paper anymore. We have Basic White, which is every bit as good and is what I should really be using. So there we go, we have done that. To this card I have added the small stamp, which is this one here, which has the small dragonflies on it. Get a small block, sorry for leaning over you, but there we go. You can add that if you want, or you could leave that. You could maybe, if you were artistic, have a sun or something up there. You could maybe do some sort of skyscape, you know, by adding some blue blending, or, but today we're doing simple stamping, so we're not doing anything that the absolute beginner wouldn't be able to do. So I'm just going to dot this across the top, maybe have a few coming down the side there. There we go, and that's just got a few, it looks like a whole lot of dragonflies sort of flying off into the sky. I'm just going to wipe that with my chamois here. There we go. That's that nice and clean, and I can pop that back into my box, and I think my dragonfly will fit onto this block here. Perfect. You can see that dragonfly. I'm going to take a piece of the paper that was left over from earlier on, and I'm going to stamp my dragonfly here. As I say, there are two different dragonflies in this set. This one here I think is different to the one that I used originally, so if that's good I'll be able to show you the difference. Yeah, you can see that this one has an open body that you could colour, whereas this one has a solid body that can't be coloured. Wings are slightly different as well, they have slightly different veins on them, but yeah, both beautiful. So I'll get my punch now, open it up, and pop the image in, and then you can slightly grab hold of it until you're happy. So you just lightly squeeze on the punch, but don't go the whole way through the paper, and that allows you to decide where you absolutely want to punch. So I think about there's looking good, so you punch and you get your dragonfly, and you got a wee bonus baby one there that hadn't been coloured in. But there we go. Right, so put that out the way, put this here. And the other thing that I have used is I have used this punch here to put the sentiment on, so I will just punch that. I will pop the sentiment, which is "You're an inspiration," which should probably be dedicated to my team leader because she inspires me all the time. Not that I'm being a sook. There we go, nice and easy. See how easy these punches are to use. Very, very heavy as well, so make quite a good weapon if somebody's annoying you. Right, so you're an inspiration. Right in the middle of that. Oh, there we go. And that can go wherever you feel it looks best. So we'll use our dimensionals. Now, this was me being organised. I did try to have everything sitting right at hand so that I didn't have to struggle to look for it. I sneaked away under there when I was showing you stuff. So our Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, which are the best dimensionals I've ever used. They're really easy to take apart, and they are also easy to get the stickers off, so you don't have to fight with them for ages. So here we go. So I'm going to put a couple on the back of this, I'm usually a bit stingy with my dimensionals, so I'm going to put 3 on this one. And other people may say, oh, you should have done 4, but tough, I'm only doing 3. So let's put this card together. I like using our wet glue purely because I can never straighten things up, and this gives me time to play about with images and get things all nicely straightened up. Plenty of glue on so that we can smoosh it around and then place that on the front of the card and get it where you want it. And I've realised that I've managed to get a smudge of ink on this card, but that is going to be absolutely fine because somewhere on my craft desk there is a dragonfly, which I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on. Again, you can cut these dimensionals down, you can get smaller ones. I'm not going to because I want mine to look as if it's floating, and I'm going to put that over the smudged bit. See? Perfect. And then take the backing off these. What you could do, if you're wanting to, was go around the edges of this with the sponge dauber, which I think would make it look better than the original card that I made. Perfect. I really like that. I think that's really nice. And then you can pop that somewhere. And that's it. That's how easy and quick it is to make what I think is a lovely card. I think it's really pretty and really simple to make, but it's really, really effective. And with not too many of our products. With that stamp set, there are some lovely sentiments that I haven't used. There's You're an inspiration for a true friend. May good things grow all year long, which would be quite a nice thing to pop on the inside of this card. But, yeah, I don't know, you can get a good look at that. But lovely stamp set, I just really, really enjoy using it. So, what do you think? I'll just clear some of this stuff away. We can get a look. So those are my original card and the one that we've just made just now. So when I was playing about the other day trying to decide what I was going to do for you, I also kind of went one stage further and did a bit of colouring. Now, I didn't colour the whole image in, but you see I've added some yellow to the daisies, I think they are, and I thought they looked a bit like cornflowers, so I coloured them in blue. I've added some colour to some of the leaves, and I've put the dragonfly here. Now, I've also used some Wink of Stella on the dragonfly leaves, which you can't, or on the dragonfly wings, which you can't really see very well, but that also allowed the colours to kind of blend, because I used Stampin' Up! Watercolour pencils, which I absolutely love, and the colours are great, and they really do blend together rather well. So I used our in colour, which is our in colour from last year actually, which is Bumblebee, just to make the whole thing pop and stand out. So very similar to my original card, but just stepping it up a wee bit. And again, really, really easy to do. And the only extra thing you would have to have there is some watercolour pencils, or, you know, some, maybe you have some felt tips or something. You don't necessarily have to have everything that I have to make that look like that. And then maybe buy some of our card, the Bumblebee card there. So to step it up just one more wee bit, in this one I took the image that I had made, so the original stamped image, and cut it down a wee bit and cut the corners off, again with another one of our wonderful punches. This punch is a 3-in-1 punch, so it punches and curves the corners. It also gives quite a nice effect, and it does the wee circles, which are great for threading ribbon through if you're making tags. I've coloured this one in, again using similar colours but slightly different, and I've used a piece of the DSP which I showed you earlier, and it's a bit that's got kind of dandelions on it, and have still used the same dragonfly. So it's just by adding a wee bit of paper onto the back, and it just, so basically using the same things, the same techniques, and you can end up with several different cards. What do you think? Dead easy. Anybody could do it. Let me know what you think. Put some comments down below in the box. Tell me what you'd like to see. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.